Okay, pilots, what we got here is the Freewing SU-35. Now, I've been looking at it here. On the MiG-21, the Freewing MiG-21, I had to do pretty much the same thing. If you see in there, I've kind of coned that hole out there a little bit more. Kind of deeper down through here, about a little less than a quarter of an inch maybe. You can see how thick right here at the corner, if you can see it right there, how thick that curve in there is, boring it out. Now that's going to be on the inside where the motor line is right here. That's where the motor's going to stop. Now the hole is going to be just a little bit smaller. This is actually the diameter of this part here. It was 68 millimeters. The actual diameter of the ring is like 65 millimeters. So you got, 3 millimeters. Got the wires coming through here for the ESC leads going to the motor. So I cut my slit right there down below a little bit further. I'm gonna get them leads to go in right where the leads to go to the ESC go in. Just like so. And it's gonna be flush and I'm gonna go in. So I'm gonna show you how I done that over there. If I get my camera set back up now. Get a little closer. First thing we gotta do is gotta get that motor out of the way. Now, I've ordered my twin light burner for this one today. This is Friday. I ordered it a little bit after 5 o'clock. It should be here Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere in there. I'll leave all this took apart so I can put it in. Must have some glue on the end of that one. These screws out here in a certain spot. I know what they are. Where they go. You gotta keep up with things when you're getting into surgery like this. I've unglued the center cover off of all the wires. I'll show that to you here in a little bit when I run the wires. It was glued down, pilots. It was glued down, yeah. So just be prepared if you want to do this to yours. I took a 90-degree L and just kind of worked around the edges of it, starting at the motor leads. I took the owl and got up under it right there and started this way and got this little small section there out first and then went with the long. By the time I got about halfway though, just wiggling the cover back and forth, kind of worked it out, come off. And you uncover your ESC, take your ESC cover off. Got a bunch of leads going to that vectored exhaust. Outrunner. Pretty good size too. Let's see, what was that, 2150? Yeah, 2150 kV, 70 millimeter with a 12 blade fan. Oh yeah. Okay. First, I'm gonna take this piece of tape off this servo leads because I know I'm gonna need them off. Put them LED leads through there. Pilots, you just don't know until you start taking these things apart what you're gonna get into when you're putting LED lights and burners in. But that's why I'm making these videos on all these different kind of jets to kind of give you an idea. You might not have an SU-35, you might have a F-16 or maybe a Eurofighter that's got maybe the 80 millimeter like the MiG-21's got in it. See, you'd have an idea there. All right, my hobby knife has got a piece of tape on it at a certain depth. There, I got to get that light. I can't see myself. I'm getting myself into the shadow. Let me get this. Got a certain depth on the knife blade there that I know. Now, like I said, it's a little less than a quarter of an inch. Now I'm not going flush with the wall here on the other side. I came back a little bit just for comfort. You never know if you're gonna run into something and can't really go flush. I could always go back, cut a little area out of the motor cover right here on this front or back edge to where it'll clear the ring burner. And this cut pallets has not got to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. All I'm really doing right now is making a small channel for that burner to set into so I can just kind of center it up. I'm just trying to make it straight, just trying. Now, I've got that cut made. Now I'm gonna make another cut flush with that in back of the cover. Same distance down. My line is going to be parallel, maybe about, again, about 3 millimeters, but same thickness as I'm cutting. And you'll run into a glue seam where when your blade don't want to move, it's not particularly that you get a dull blade, it's you've hit some glue there or something. Even the styrofoam might have a good hard piece right there or something. It'll even sometimes turn your blade. See, I can't see, I'm making shadows. Here we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, the next cut back, I'm just going to try to go just a little bit. Not even going halfway to that tape marking. I'm just kind of making a swag cut, you know, scientific wild ass cut there. A little bit past that other cut that I just made. But not quite as deep. Blind spot right there for sure. Alright, now I'm going to take my blade and start going this way. deeper as I get to the first cut. Now, you don't have to worry about doing it on the top section here. I'll show you how I've done that. Alright, let's see how good of a job I've done here. I'm going to take a small straight screwdriver. I'm just going to start eating that out. That's all you can do, pal. That's all you can do. First thing I'm going to do is get that first channel I cut pulled out. And this, I mean, pal, it's just not going to be pretty. Don't think just because you took a nice sharp blade and made these nice cuts, you know, they're just going to just pop out right in the end. No, that ain't going to do it. You gotta mingle with it there a little bit. Let's mingle. The only section that I'm really worried about, pilots, is right dead in the center down there in the bottom. Because I mean, you can feel with your hand, and you can feel that it's probably pretty much as thick as this is, and this is probably, I don't know, an inch, a little less than an inch maybe thick. So, you know, you can imagine maybe that it's that much, but you can't guarantee that. You just don't know. Now you can take a stick pin, stick it down in there and wait till it comes out the other end, and then, you know, hold your finger there, pull it out, and you'll know distance there from the point. You can try that if you really want to know. Now, the top. Now what I run into, pilots, on this one, the base screw that holds the lid on here is right, the base of it is right there. I mean, it's a little square, I guess, glued in there. But it wasn't solid. It's flat, okay? It's not a square box. It's just, maybe it's got a center section that goes down into it with nothing on the edges but just the base. So what I've got to do is I've got to cut a little bit of that off. Yep, that's right. Now again, pilots, this ain't gonna be pretty. You're gonna cringe here. You're gonna cringe, I'm telling you. I'm holding my blade at a little, maybe 30-degree angle, and just kind of cutting a little chunk out of that. And then when I got up to that brace, I just kind of took my time. Because like I said, I was testing it there to see if it was safe. If it was going to be solid, there wouldn't be nothing I could do. You know? But it wasn't solid. It's just like a plate there. So I'm just going to take that blade and I'm going to work it just a little bit. Try to get just a little bit of it cut off. I ain't got to get a lot of it cut off, but just a little bit. Not really holding that blade in a 45, maybe even more, about a 60-degree angle. But just seeing if I can cut a little bit of that. I'm going to show it to you when I get it cut off here. If you can even see a piece of it. Just barely a little bit on it there. But I know I'm going to cut some more. So I knew I had to cut some more if it doesn't. Yeah, you gotta be careful, pilots, now. You let that blade slip, you done cut one outside of it there. little as I have to off of it. I know I gotta take a little bit off of it for that ring to fit past it just a little bit. Just kind of shaving it off. I'm gonna take a piece of sandpaper and kind of smooth that up a little bit as best I can too. Alright, we'll start looking at it. There's a glue section right there. Mess to clean up after this one. I hope the bill on my hat ain't in your way. This just takes a little bit. Kind of eyeballing it and looking at your high places. press for room here. You're just kind of trying to smooth it up the best you can. You know, you're not making an artist carving or nothing, you know. Just trying to make a smooth edge. You can even, I try to use my epoxy and put a thin coat over all this right here. When you know, get everything in. And that's kind of as a sealer and seals all this up. Here comes the good one here. Gets it all over me. See if we made it big enough. Now again, I've got to cut my slit over here on this side here so the wiring can go in the same way the ESC wires go. It's all over you. Ooh. I'm gonna make it as low as I can there. Got something in my motor here. Get out of the motor. Get out of the motor. Alright. Make the area right behind the leads a little bit bigger. It has a little bit of some, I don't know what it might be, pots. It looks like glue to me. But it's kind of seals the leads up there on the wire, but it's kind of thick there. So you want to line them leads up. Oh yeah, that's a good so far. Pulls my leads tight, getting that burner right up against the styrofoam in there. And then lining the burner up, and it looks like I've done pretty good. Pretty good. Yep, pretty good. Just went in there just perfectly. Can't complain about that. Huh. First try. Huh. Even on camera. Look at that. What do you think about that? Alright, let's get close here. Let's get real close. Note how it's flush. Flush. Now the reason I made that cut wider down at the bottom, see, that gives me room to put a bead of epoxy right down through there, right in between it. Look at there. Got plenty of room to make epoxy bead. Plenty of room in there to make it back there on that side. I can't get in there. Alright, now, here's the real test. You see how much you're going to be able to see there? You're going to be able to see a lot of it, ain't you? And just imagine when that vector exhaust going with it. See that nowhere? That big light burner in the center of it. Hell yeah. Okay, pilots. I'm gonna try not this. It's just about 3 minutes, so we're gonna end it here. But I wanted to show you how the wires and stuff run. Not gonna do it, but just show you. But you just after you do that, as you get that glue dried, I think that's just gonna slide right back in there. Yeah. But them leads, all the leads and stuff, run the same way the motors did. Goes right up here. You take that ESC cover off, and heck, I can stick my finger through the hole there to run the leads to the battery bay's right there. Less than an inch away from the end of that ESC, the battery bay. And there you go. Got the twin burner, ring burner board. You can get close up of that if you want to. That's amazing, pilots, how they can get all them little circuits and all them little resistors and stuff and computer chips and that right there. There's your computer chip right there, dead center. And I mean, the machine, the laser machine solders all that stuff, and how it don't get it to touch another lead or something is beyond me. Beyond me. Okay. That's it, pilots. Till the next one, I'm out.